Corazón, tú me pides corazón.
Hi Spain fans, all our chicos. This morning we've come down to the wonderful coastal town of Garrucha, and we're going to give you a little walk around tour of the town itself and some of the highlights and what awaits if you can get down here. A beautiful coastal town, literally popped right bang on the Med. Population around 9,000 and a real hive of activity, especially during the summer months in the evenings. I must admit, when I first came to this area, along with a lot of people, Mahaka, which is next door, was probably my favourite beach area, but over the years, spending more and more time on each of these beach resorts, Garrucha has now become the favourite. You've got a fantastic market here at the weekends. Normally pre-corona, you've got a summer market that runs every evening through the summer, and it's just a real lovely hive of activity, wonderful atmosphere. And then alongside of that, you've got some amazing bars, cocktail bars, restaurants, all perched around the town onto the beach and along the marina, which we'll go and have a look at in a minute. We've started here today at a wonderful little bar and institution, famous first in Mahaka, but now moved to Garrucha as well, Maui Gastro. And we'll go and have a look on the inside of there in a second, and then we'll carry on with our walk, so please enjoy. So before we carry on with the walk around Garrucha itself, I thought it'd be rude not to pop in and show you the interior of Maui Gastro, where we started this morning. So you can see wonderful terrace down here overlooking the sea, cocktails in here absolutely legendary, and all the drinks in fact, and the food absolutely fantastic, an amazing array of fresh tapas done every day. And coming on in here to the interior, I mean, this is early morning now, but obviously if you came back later on in the afternoon or in the evenings, it's going to be a lot busier. But wonderful interior. See the crepe station there. Fantastic ham-on. I don't know if you'll see this clearly, but just have a look at some of the amazing tapas. Love these little ramekin dishes. So it kind of gives you an example of a typical bar restaurant here in Garrucha. I'm sure we'll show you some more later on through the day. So I've come on down now to the beautiful marina. This is for private boats and stuff at the bottom of Garrucha. It's also, as I say, a commercial port, a big fishing port. Garrucha is famous across Spain for its seafood, but especially one called the Garrucha red prawns. Behind us up here in the distance, we've got the pirate galleon, and we're going to go and have a look because there's some fantastic abundance bristling with bars, cafes and restaurants. So we're going to have a look at a couple of those in a minute, and then we'll go up onto the main street of Garrucha. I particularly like this area here because you've got a paseo, a lovely pedestrianised pathway that connects Garrucha all the way to Vera, and of an evening in the daytime there's no car traffic, no vehicular traffic, so it's a fantastic place. Come down, have a lovely meal, and then wander all along that and work off all the excess calories. So just to give you a little pan around here of the marina area, you can see all the little boats and everything moored up, safe haven. You've got another big industry in Garrucha, which is dredging. So you can see over there, that ship's actually a dredger, goes out, brings in loads of sand and gravel and stuff like that. And I don't know if you can see, there's a convoy of trucks that come in on a daily basis and pick all this up, and it's obviously used for building materials and stuff like that. So panning around, I mean, this is early in the morning. If you came in the evening, of course, lots of these bars and cafes and restaurants would be absolutely teeming. Sadly, still not with the tourists at the moment, but, you know, very, very popular destination with the Spanish and the younger generation. Maui Gastro up there, where we've just come from. And we're going to take a wander in this direction to go and have a look at some of the lovely restaurants and seafood restaurants and bars that are kind of sitting along the frontage. Great to come and have a wonderful meal by the sea in the evenings. So before I move on, I've just been, as I was walking, something caught my eye, and I don't know if you can see here, but there's literally hundreds of beautiful fish swimming around here. You can see Garrucha is a real paradise with actual fishermen who come and do lots of sea fishing here off the beaches, set up rods, etc. But they also use the rocks here alongside the marina and do some great fishing. But hey, look, there's a big goldfish pond for you. I'd like to say I know what these fish are called. I don't. I'm an expert at eating them off a plate, but I'm not an expert at catching them or naming them. Okay, so we've just come up really to the end of the marina, and this is La Pinta, absolutely wonderful, typical bar restaurant here, right on the edge of the marina, do fantastic paellas, seafood, and wonderful drinks. This will be heaving at lunchtime normally, and in the tourist season even more so. Over to my left here, you've got a famous Garrucha restaurant, Rincon del Puerto, specialised in seafood, amazing clams, razor clams, they call the clams almejas in Spain, but wonderful seafood tapas, and the roof is the old lighthouse, and the roof is an amazing cocktail bar. I'm heading up towards the main street and the main parking area in Garrucha, and again another fantastic restaurant here, La Maravilla. All the restaurants here do amazing seafood, fantastic tapas. So, and you can see that there's an abundance of them. So, fantastic place to come down in the evenings or the weekends and enjoy the sea and have something wonderful to eat. So, coming up now along the front street that runs the entire length of Garrucha, from the Vera end in the direction of Mahaka. Ikonenka over here on the right hand side is a beautiful ice cream parlour. They have, this only opens in the summer, but they have all tables and chairs where we're walking now, and they do the most amazing banana splits, brown derbies, you name it, they do it. Absolutely fantastic ice cream. You can see this is just an example, the little squares that are all along here. Again, come in the evening, you'll see loads of families out, Spanish families with young children on bicycles, there's play areas built in and everything, so just a wonderful place to come down for a stroll. So following on in the tradition, if we find a little kids play area, that Imogen's got to have a go on something, so today she's going for the mega slide. I'm so jealous because I know my bum wouldn't fit down the tube, but there we go. So I'll just show you this for reference, but coming along, continuing along the pedestrian walkway just down below us here, running all the way along, is the main public car park for Garrucha. So you can see ample parking spaces down here. Gorgeous sunny day. I mean, we're starting May very soon. Absolutely beautiful, and this would normally be, as you can appreciate, a heck of a lot busier. So of course we're actually on the seaside, and you'll see a lot of similarities with UK or English seaside towns because they bristle with loads of gift shops like this one, Promenade, which is here. Great place to come, flip-flops, sun cream, sunglasses and lots of other traditional giftware. Nice sunglasses. You can see here some fantastic personalised mugs and stuff, little bits of jewellery. Now a feature of every gift shop in Spain, I expect in the UK as well. Face masks, accessorised, fantastic handbags. Just sitting here waiting really for the tourists to get back and then come in and buy their flip-flops and stuff. And similar to the ones in the UK, you don't get sticks of rock in Spanish gift shops, but you do get all the other kind of accoutrements that you'll see in gift shops over the UK. I'm sure you can buy a Kiss Me Quick hat if you want one. Our famous Indalo man down here, so buy those for the walls and the car stickers and everything else. I like these little lighthouses, look, with flamingos on. They're big lighthouses, take your pick. Gosh, you can even get a snow cone. Is that the name of them? Snow cones or snowballs? I can't remember. Yeah, I mean, no Spanish gift shop would be acceptable unless it's got your fans and your flamenco dancers. I mean, there must be about 20 kind of stores like this along Garrucha Promenade seafront, but we'll just come into one just to give you an idea of what's going on.
Hola, buenos días. Me llamo Sergio.
Hi, good morning. My name is Sergio.
Esta es mi tienda de souvenir.
This is my souvenir shop.
Aquí tenemos una gran variedad de productos,
We've got a great variety of products in here,
tanto para gente del pueblo como para turistas.
as well as for locals and for tourists.
Estamos especializados en diferentes secciones.
We're specialised in lots of different areas.
Productos fabricados en España
So products made in Spain
y artesanía.
and artisan.
Visítanos y te sorprenderemos, nuestra gran variedad.
Come and visit us and you will be surprised.
Luego tenemos productos exclusivos que son 4D,
We also have these special products that are now in 4D.
productos de fabricación deportiva en España,
Fabricated
Guardia
in
Civil.
Spain, Guardia Civil t-shirts.
So walking, still continuing along the main street here, and just going past the wonderful floristical list, beautiful flowers and stuff on display. The one thing that always strikes me with these kind of seaside towns is you're never going to go short of something fantastic to eat. Shoe shops and fashion shops like this one, Dandara and everything, are in abundance, and also you're never going to struggle to get your hair cut. It's absolutely full up with hairdressers, fashion shops and restaurants and bars. So speaking to the locals, and I'm informed this is the first ever bar, it's called El Posito, bar restaurant Posito, and it was the first ever one built in Garrucha. It's over 130 years old to be precise, and where we're walking along now used to be the old railway that literally used to run along the beach. All this was the sand with the railway going over. All this, the sand, as you can see, literally comes up to the building. So we're going to go and have a quick look inside just to show you what it's like. But again, paella here, absolutely amazing, seafood, fantastic. Let's go and have a quick look inside El Posito. As you can see by the board here, famous for their paellas. They charge 10 euros per person for a fantastic seafood paella. They also do specialist paellas, you know, with lobster and other seafoods. So coming in, wow, we're going back in history here, guys, you know. This has been here for 130 years. How incredible. So you can see, still got the original terrace, and the sand literally comes up. Here you've got the entrance to the harbour and the marina, and you can see there, maybe in the distance, we're going to wander over in a minute, the Virgen del Carmen. So we'll wander over there in a second. So I've just wandered on down literally to the seafront now to show you a bit more closely the Virgen del Carmen, who stands guard here over the harbour and the port, keeping the fishermen safe. And every summer they have, since 1920, done a festival commemorating her, and the fishermen all take the boats out with replicas, and they have a great big party here on the beach. You can see we have got some I suppose, hunks in trunks here. Yeah, these are Spanish guys, so you can see stunning bit of beach here. A couple there right in the distance sitting on a deck chair enjoying the sound of the waves lapping up, but other than that, beach is totally empty. What a shame. So continuing along the main street here, you come into this wonderful open square. It's fully marble. This was refurbished, I'd say, probably 2 or 3 years ago now, and the whole underneath of this is now a big public car park, so another great place to come and park if you're coming down for the evening or the weekend. Got the Nautico Lounge Bar and Restaurant here with the Maritime Club for Garrucha. Beautiful terrace. There used to be, I'm not sure it's still there, a wonderful old wall in there that had loads of old photographs of the original French and English tourists, the ones that first came to Garrucha to have their holidays. I don't know if it's still there, hopefully it is. And then you see a big bank sitting here on the corner, and just a wonderful butler in the evenings to come and have a fantastic time. So we've just hopped up, if you like, from the front street that runs the whole length of Garrucha, and this one I suppose is more known as the High Street. This runs parallel, starting at the very end where you have a big Mercadona, and going back behind me, and you can follow this through all the way to Mahaka. We're just going to stop now and take some refreshment at a typical terrace bar in the town centre. Let's see what we come up with. So we've stopped off for a little bit of refreshment. Here's Amy and David, and she's going to tell us what we're having. There
Here
we go.
we've got pollo a la salsa de curry, which is just a chicken in a curry sauce, which is not a very typical Spanish meal. We've got pork in a tomato sauce, magra en salsa, and boquerones.
My favourites.
And obviously a glass of wine.
Haha, yeah. Raw fish, we'd have to have a glass of wine. So you know how these videos work, yeah. So this will be the first one of the day. So it would be remiss of me to come all the way down to Garrucha and not show you a wonderful fishmonger. This one's called Isabel on the main street here. And as I say, it would be remiss of me to come all the way down here and to a town famous for its seafood and not give you a little example of what's available. So let's go and have a look inside. So a wonderful display. You've got red mullets, you've got mackerel, you've got lovely Garrucha prawns here. I've been given a card, I don't know if you can see that, but I'll share the name of it. But I think you've got an octopus here as well, could be calamari, I'm not sure. It's calamari, no?
Hibia.
Hibia, it's calamari.
Calamares.
Yeah.
Calamares.
¿Y pulpo o no?
No, hibia.
Hibia, todo hibia. So absolutely beautiful. So if you like your fresh fish or your wonderful tapas with fish, then this is the kind of shop you want to come to.
So I'm stood right outside Urban People, a lovely little clothes shop here in the town of Garrucha. Celia, the owner, said we can go and have a little look inside.
Let's go.
Lots of colours, smells lovely as you walk in. Very up-to-date fashion.
Yeah, what a great store.
Sale stuff at the end.
For men and women, you can see. Lovely beachwear. Great holiday clothes. 50% sale on at the moment, so get down here. Absolutely superb. And Garrucha's, there's an abundance of fantastic little shops like this. They're a bit difficult to spot from the outside, so you've actually got to come and walk in and have a look what's on sale, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So just passing on by another wonderful shoe shop and a clothes shop, but one of the things that always struck me about Garrucha, you've got some wonderful apartments with sea views going all along the front road that we went down earlier, this street as well. The lack of for sale boards. Hardly anything in this town is for sale. You see a board and you think, oh, there's a wonderful sea view apartment for sale. No, it's got alquiler, it's for rent. So it's quite surprising because, you know, the concept, I suppose, is everybody thinks everything is on the market's being flooded with wonderful sea view flats and everything. It's not the case. But something I've always loved about Spain and the Spanish towns is they're just a myriad of tiny streets, little doorways, and then you go in, you've got amazing shops and emporiums for food and gourmet stuff and everything. So this is one of my favourite butchers in Garrucha, a little one called Samuel. And again, he's very kind, and also just struck by the amount of people who make us more than welcome. You can come in and film, have a look around. When we tried this with Melocadonna, they weren't so happy, but let's go and have a look at Samuel, and you can see kind of the stuff we've got available. So coming into Samuel's wonderful emporium of meat, and if you're a kind of meat lover as I am, I'm not so much into the fish, I have to be honest, but wow, look at this. You've got steaks, you've got wonderful sausages, fresh eggs all hanging on here, beautiful bits of jamon, wonderful sausages and chorizos and stuff. Moving along, pork chops. Who says you can't get a decent pork chop in Spain? Chicken on skewers, pancettas, absolutely incredible. Looks like corn-fed chicken and everything there. We've even got some nice cheeses mixed in, so you are certainly never ever going to go hungry living in Spain. And look at all these aged jamons. I mean, you would buy these and traditionally they're kept in your kitchen. There's no need for refrigeration. And, you know, these will last the family for a year quite easily. It's been a real eye-opener coming along, and what's something I found very pleasant about the traditional Spanish towns like Garrucha. Yeah, it happens to be on the sea, it's fantastic. But what I've noticed is every other shop is not a pound shop, every other shop is not a charity shop. It's lots of lovely clothes shops, there's ferreterias, the more practical stores, tobacconists, food shops. A little bit sad though, I must say, that other than the food stores and the tobacconists, you know, the essential goods, the clothes shops and everything are all open, but yet there's hardly anybody about and using them, and I think they are seriously missing kind of the tourists coming over. From speaking to the owners, you know, that certainly seems to be the case, so that's a little bit sad, but there's some amazing shopping to be done down here, and of course you've seen the restaurants and the food, just a fantastic place. Anyone who knows me will know that I absolutely adore a good hamburger, and this is one of my favourite burger joints, GBG in Garrucha. I mean, it is lunchtime now, but this is more something the youngsters appreciate. They come out. I'm not classifying myself as a youngster, but they'll be here in the evening and this terrace will be packed. Burgers and steaks in here, absolutely amazing. Hey ho, dog on cue. So essentially at the moment we've done a very big square around the two main streets that kind of form Garrucha. Vera is just behind me now on the water, and you've got the corner as you into the town here. You know, the big town supermarket. So what we're going to do now is go back down to almost where we started, try and get some nice lunch, and then we're going to take you up to see the castle. and various other sites that Garrucha has to. So I wanted to walk down this way specifically to show you one of our favourite little frozen yogurt shops, but a lot of the shops, what we've noticed, are during Corona certainly, are only opening in the evenings or even sometimes only at the weekends. This is one of our favourite little spots to come. You go and have a lovely big meal and then walk up here and polish it off with an amazing frozen yogurt covered in fruit and chocolate sauces and nuts. You know the sketch. So we've just headed back on down to the marina, a lovely little cafe, one of our favourites, Cafe. I don't know if you can see it on here, but you can get basically 10 small beers, 10 tapas for 18 euros. So this is where we're going to stop for lunch and we'll show you a little film of what we've had. We decided to go for the kind of 10 tapas and the liquid lunch version today. Look, David's got all the beer, so that's appropriate, and then Imogen's got all the chicken and fish, which she loves so much. But wow, all this, 18 euros, come on. So you can see Imogen is not a lover of fish. Yeah, look, here we go. She's gonna try a lovely little fish ball. Oh, that's bravery, she's done it. Love it? Does it get the thumbs up? Do you like fish balls? So we've wandered now out of the centre of Garrucha, almost where we started this morning, but this is the wonderful pedestrian walkway that runs between Garrucha all the way to Vera behind me. We've got the lovely sea obviously to the left hand side. There's a purpose-built cycle and rollerblading lane that runs right down the middle. Wonderful to come for a walk of the evenings, and you get all the swanky houses here so you can see how the other half live. Sadly, a lot of these are second homes owned by the Spanish. Lovely sea views, of course, and never come onto the market. I just walked up from the pedestrian walkway that connects, if you like, Garrucha to Vera, and now actually we're in Vera. I've just popped up here. This is the main road, if you like, that connects from what's known as the Bougainvilliers roundabout in Vera and comes all the way along and then joins Garrucha at the Mercadona. I came this way because look on my right there's a fantastic Argentine restaurant, steak restaurant, the Angus in Hereford. Coming along this way, a fantastic little tapas bar. There used to be a Mexican restaurant, but it seems to be closed now. And just on this little parade here, you've got Gold's Gym. And all the way along here now to Bougainvilliers, there's all little shops, little bars that go all the way up from Garrucha, connecting into Vera. So we've come really from one end of Garrucha right to the other. And as you're leaving Garrucha, this side going out to Mahaca, you pass the famous castle that's behind you. This dates back to the 1760s, I think, maybe 1765, something like this. It was built originally as a military barracks to protect the town, and this is really the sign that you're now leaving Garrucha. After the castle, you're effectively entering Mahaca. And just on the other side of the road to the castle is this fantastic restaurant, love it here, Boracay, which sits, as you can see, literally on the beach. Fantastic tapas, wonderful cocktails, and it's lovely to see. To give you some idea now, this is not tourists, this is all local Spanish. You absolutely love it. Look how full the car park is here because we're now bang in the middle of lunchtime. So if you come down to Garrucha, I would highly recommend checking out this place for a nice bit of tapas and something to drink. So guys, we're going to finish up our tour of Garrucha. This is kind of a hidden little spot that nobody really remembers or knows, but it's basically what's called a mirador. You can see up behind me here an old chimenea. This was obviously a mining chimney. There were tunnels from here going all the way down to the port, but nowadays they're just lived in by pigeons. But once you get up there, you have an absolutely spectacular view of the whole of Garrucha around to Mahaca, even as far as Cartagena on a clear day. So when we're up there, but listen, I hope you've appreciated these little videos we're doing to highlight some of the wonderful things or the towns and attractions that we have on our doorstep. Of course, if you do, please do subscribe, please give us a like, and see you soon. Hasta pronto. So today we'll leave you with this. So you've got the Cabreras over there on the right hand side of me. What a wonderful spot. You can see Mahaca there in the distance. This is now Garrucha. Following it along all the way round, you can see the little boats there in the distance, all the ships waiting to come into harbour. Over there is Vera, beyond that Panoramic, and as I say, on a good day, on a very clear day, you can see Cartagena from here. Down below us there is a a football academy actually. It's not a football pitch, it's actually a football academy where the youngsters can go. You have to get signed up and they do all their training there. But just check out that wonderful panoramic vista.
Corazón.